You guys ready?
Yeah,
Next question. High anxiety clients who are all over you and make life hell, but say they love you at the end.
That's rewarding, I suppose, when all is said and done and they turn tail and they're all of a sudden on your side again.
They're very happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
It's
not
Mike?
fun in the
misleading
process.
though.
It's misleading how?
So, because that makes you almost want to do it again.
Mm,
Like
that's
I
that's the catch.
beat the challenge once,
Yeah.
so I'll go and do it again. I just keep making that mistake, right?
Do-
Working for the people I don't want to work for.
So that client, you finish, they tell you how much they love you, how good a job you did. Then they call you the next year to do the front. Now you're going in, knowing what you know. Do you walk through the door again? I do every time.
I
Every
do every
fucking time.
time, maybe
Yeah.
with a higher price,
Uh
a little pain in the ass fee.
yeah, I feel that that's fair. Yeah.
It's only fair. What you should have made the first time, you make the second time.
Well, it's not saying that you lost money. It says they make your life hell. So maybe you did like okay. So I accept that. Maybe they make your life hell. Yeah. Um, I've had clients like that, lots of them, and then you get through it and you're done, and they're really happy and the project's great and it's rewarding for everybody. I guess there's yeah. I don't know. Do I love that client? No, I don't love them. I just have Nancy Green. She's like that all the time. I drag her to every job. So her and her goddamn fucking water
Zip
level,
level.
whatever the fuck it's called, water level, the level that's got the water in the air. I think that's a good idea. Step on the hose. Didn't you say those guys wanted to come on here or something?
Oh, they reached out. Yeah, not the zip level guys.
No, but one of these level people.
Yeah,
We should have them on.
yeah.
Chad loves their levels.
It's not too late to get us to HNA on
It's
that dime.
not too late to get us to HNA. Yeah,
I have a
this is
sick
true.
idea. Well, I think we should go to H&A by any means necessary.
This year?
Any means necessary. I was thinking about calling the A team. We could all drive down in BA's van. You guys don't
Who?
even know what that is, which
No.
is great. I love it. I know. Can't believe you don't know what the fucking A team
I
is.
know the
Oh,
HNA,
okay.
Mr. T and
Yeah.
Mr.
the gang.
T, George Papard.
Did you like the new movie, the new A Team?
I didn't see it.
Oh,
It's not the old team.
yeah.
It's the new team. I don't know if that was a question or not, but I feel like we did from Pitcher Lake Landscaping LLC. I feel like we did discuss that. Well, Mike, what's your take on high anxiety clients and their ponds?
uh, it's difficult. I don't think that's a high anxiety client. I think that's a client that um, perhaps is trying to get more than what they paid for by being nice. Maybe. I don't know. But I haven't had a high anxiety client for a long time. And maybe I got better with being able to kind of see that in advance, but I've kind of tried to keep that in mind a little bit more when I'm meeting with them and sifting through those clients. I don't know the last time I had a
But
high
so
anxiety.
you have one high anxiety client that has a simple project that's profitable, like absolutely rectangular square, three like rectangle patio, but you know they're going to be high maintenance, high anxiety client. And then you have another job that's incredibly creative and using all the materials you've always want to use, and they're giving you free range. Are either of those jobs appealing? Knowing that the client has high anxiety and is going to be all over you every day. Do you walk from both of them? Or do you say, that's something I've always wanted to build? This is my opportunity to
No,
build my masterpiece.
the first one I go with. Okay, so this year, probably closer to the beginning of the year, I did an overlay and a front walkway with a client that I thought was going to be a little bit high anxiety. They're a little bit better, but I priced it as if they were going to be high anxiety. So I went into that project knowing I was going to do well, and I knew they were going to be kind of picky or just high anxiety. I would not do a large project for a client that I know is going to be high anxiety.
What if it's your dream project that you
No,
always dream
I would
of?
not. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that first client I would do if I needed to. That second client, no.
I would do both because I like the pain. I need you to bring the pain, baby. I know I do both. I do one because I would have said, this is a catalog job. I can make this work. I could do this. I could be the one that tames this beast. And the other one I would do because I think I can make money doing this. And it should be simple. And what's the worst case scenario here? They make me miter the corners like a knob.
Is there a high anxiety line item on the H2 HQ
I just work it into
software?
profit. I just work it all into profit.
Should you?
So
I think you should add that.
I think things like that.
Client charge. You should put that as a line in. I think that you're
So,
on something, Chad.
I think
that's fucking
shit
great.
like that would help the everyday landscaper like me to be more inclined to use, like, let's make it more user friendly. Let's say like this client's a real pain in the ass. Here's a 10% on top of that, you know?
So
like,
if you made it a line item, the client would see that. So they would see it in their bill
No,
as pain in the ass, 10% more.
yeah, but you could camouflage it or something.
Yeah.
Like on your side of the software, it comes up as that. On their side, it comes up as plumbing and drainage or something. You know, like they don't know.
I think that before any quote goes out on your program, it should a bubble should flash up on the screen with choose your client. Good client,
A sliding scale.
mediocre client,
Yeah.
pain in the ass client, and then you should click on it and it should automatically add 5, 10, or 15% to the quote.
I think that's a great
You
idea.
need that fucking bubble, man. That is innovation.
I'm gonna say that's not a feature that's in the works at the moment.
It should be.
I'm telling you, it should be.
Yeah. If I was going to that summit, I'd fucking bring it up. Mike's not buying it. Someone will. It's a great feature. I think that's Chad, that is probably the best thing that came out of this podcast ever.
Yeah.
That idea.
I don't think ever.
Name something better, more practical that came out of this podcast. One thing.
I don't know. This is almost turned into a greatest hits episode.
Yeah.
Before you try again.
I once said I would swallow my pride to get paid.
Hey, that's still on my board.
Oh,
You put your pride aside to get paid.
Sorry.
who? Well, that was Chad, wasn't it?
No, it was you, and I stole it from you.
I never said that.
No, I know. I'm kidding. I'm trying to make it up for you for the one I stole from you. From
okay. Put
I'm
your
trying to
pride
give you one
aside.
back.
Put your pride aside to get paid. I still think that's amazing. That should be the name of this episode. Be ready for the next one. This might steal the name. This might steal so Mulder Outdoors, formerly MWS 7342685. The only thing in this bubble is leveling down. Discuss.
Leveling down.
Yeah. Leveling down. That goes with my whole Did you guys see my post about let the negativity drive you forward? And it was one of these motivational teachers actually talking about negativity and taking it to the bank. It was great. I fucking loved it.
I didn't see that one.
It was back in the dozer off and it said something about your life's going to suck 98% of the time. It was basically the key to the post. Your life's going to suck ass 98% of the time, and then 2% of the time you'll win. Like, that's the negativity, baby. That's what drives you through the day. That kind of negative. My life is going to suck some hard ass for 98% of the time, and 2% of the time I'm going to win. Yay, landscaping. Fuck yeah. 98% of the time it's going to rain, or there's going to be leaves. So your sand won't get hard. See, got one at least Palmeric sand comment in per episode. I feel strongly if you're a regular listener of this podcast, you might be leveling down.
I don't know. Sometimes we bring value.
Like once a year? I don't know. Well, I think there's some valuable stuff here. Like Chad determined carpentry is Dex. That was valuable.
Yeah.
I think that helps people. I think Andy leveled down last week.
Yeah.
For sure. He was leveling down, like really leveling down. When was the last time you leveled down, Mike?
The last time I leveled down? Maybe the last time I got on my hands and knees and screeded. I got down to a different level. I leveled down to be able to screed.
I was more saying in a philosophical sense.
Oh, not a literal sense?
You're talking about a literal sense, but I'm saying, what about in a philosophical sense? When was the last time you leveled down to someone who, like, you know, something was going wrong and you're like, I should be taking the high road on this, but God damn it, I'm not going to, and I'm going to level down. I know better, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
I'm going to engage with some kind of idiot that I shouldn't. That's called leveling down to me. Chad's thinking, when was the last time I leveled down? When was the last time anyone leveled down? I think I leveled down 3 or 4 times today.
Lately, I found myself yelling at people in the road. And a couple of years ago, I would not do that for my business image.
Where do you think? So I'm just going to put this in a relation. So when did the yelling start? Did the yelling start when you were owed 200,000, 400,000, 600,000, or 800,000? What is the sliding scale of
I'm not
money
yelling at
versus
random
the yelling? Like,
I'm not yelling at random people in the road. I need money.
But no, I'm saying yelling at all, because when you're owed 800,000, I feel like you're anxious all the time. Yeah. Maybe not at that hour in the gym when you're really working out hard and building your body. Fucking my mind, the endorphins are clearing my mind, man. It's fucking great. I don't even care that people owe me 800,000. Like I'm saying, like, my stress level over money and bullshit causes me to yell at people more when I'm driving, for sure, 100%. If we are owed no money and things are flowing good, I don't yell at almost anyone. Someone could turn left right in front of me. I just break and wave and go, have a great day. I got paid, motherfucker. Like, but when I'm owed money, I'm hunting that bitch down and smashing their windshield out with a baseball bat. So I'm just saying, where do you think on the sliding scale of Chad's agitation with other drivers is the amount of money you're owed?
Right down the middle. 400 grand, it starts to get tacky.
At 400 grand, you start yelling at people who are
400 grand,
road raging.
Yeah.
At 1.5 million, we're bailing Chad out to do the episode. He's using up his. I got one phone call. I got to get it on Tuesday night at 7.
No, PK's back in a polka dot shirt testifying that he saw a murder.
Polka dot shirt. I wonder if you can even buy a polka dot shirt anymore. I don't think they went out. Did you guys ever see them? Did you guys ever see polka dot shirts in your high school careers?
No,
that's
a bit before me. Yeah.
No, it's way before you guys. It was probably 80s. You guys probably weren't alive.
Was that like
coincided
with like Pearl Jam? Who would wear these shirts?
How old are you?
36.
You were like 1 when that was happening to me.
1.
You were like a year old when I was wearing that polka dot shirt and that shit was going down. How old are you, Mike?
32.
You weren't even alive. I was busting out this polka dot shirt and shit was going down for me with my weird haircut and my dyed hair. You weren't even alive. Think about that. Here's the last question. It's not a question. This will be interesting where this takes us. PK's snow removal operation. Timberwood Landscaping sent that. Are you talking about like how we move snow? Or like, I don't plow any snow. I don't have any operation with that kind. Well, I plow the snow at the yard so we can get the trucks in and out. I use a box pusher, a Bobcat one on a Bobcat machine, because if you don't put a Bobcat box pusher on a Bobcat machine, I feel like inevitably that will cause some kind of havoc. That means they can't warranty the alternator. No warranty on that alternator. You used an aftermarket box pusher.
I got told my Bobcat looks very old. He's like, your Bobcat looks very old. How old is it? Does the AC still work? I'm like, yeah, it's only 4 years old. Fuck off.
Who?
You
Who
didn't
said
have to be
that?
rude about it. I don't know, some guy on Facebook Marketplace.
Why would he even bother to message
Yeah,
you?
like, I don't know, ignorant shit like that makes me hate Facebook
Makes you
Marketplace
want
and
to stay in
Kijiji and
bed.
stuff like
Then you
that. Yeah,
level
it makes,
down.
yeah,
Chad leveled
I
down to
leveled
Facebook
down to that
Marketplace.
guy. Yeah.
There you go. Did you respond to him or just ignore it?
I just said yes, it works. That's it. Like very short answers.
Your Bobcat looks old. Then look at someone else's, you
Yeah, then look
stupid
at someone.
fuck.
Yeah,
That's
like
just a
what?
guy trying to get you to lower the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't deal well with those people.
Really? You seem like
Yeah,
you deal really well with them.
I don't deal well with a lot of people.
I do well. I deal well with. I deal don't deal well with. I'm very. Yeah, I feel that. I hear what you're saying. Okay, that's the end of the questions. Mike, bring it home with something.
Oh. Well, I got one question. At
Okay,
least the last time I checked.
perfect.
I'll check some more after I ask this question to you guys. From Charvel Luxury Outdoors. What do you boys do in any free time you get other than work?
I drive to soccer, and then I drive to soccer more, and then I drive to soccer more than that. One weekend this year, the long weekend, Kelly and I smoked meat and sat around and went swimming in our pool for one
Ooh.
weekend. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, we did that once.
Did you figure out how much it cost you to swim in that pool
Oh, I have
for
no
the
idea.
time you
A
spent
lot,
this
a
year?
fucking lot, a lot of money.
Was that like a $20,000 hour in the pool?
Probably you got to pay to
Ooh,
eat it. I don't know. It was fun though.
yeah.
We had a great time. So there was that. It was nice. I mostly drive with any free time I have. It's absolutely absorbed with driving to Windsor one weekend for a single soccer game, and then driving to Ottawa the next weekend for a single soccer game. So I spend a lot of time at soccer in my free time. So what do you guys do? Go to the gym, Mike?
I do not go to the gym. What do?
Then how do
I
you get those
w-
endorphins rushing through your brain, man?
I before I all I did was work. I used to play hockey a little bit. Um, I used to a long time ago snowboard, and then even before that, a long time ago, I used to skateboard. But I would say that's about it. I don't know what else I do.
Um,
That's it.
well, I go to the gym. I hunt in the winter. Well, in the fall,
Mm.
I suppose. Work at the yard, hang out with my family in the evenings. Friday and Saturday, I like a big stiff drink. Is
One.
one per night. One Friday, one Saturday. It's a hobby of mine.
What's the choice of stiff drink?
Any kind of rye.
5 fingers.
5 fingers deep.
I
Yeah.
in Windsor, uh, I met. It was we they went out for lunch afterwards, so we was sitting with the other parents like normal people. Have you know? Like I see you guys. I like when I interact with other kids' parents. I often think these people are like normal people.
Yeah.
They go to the office. They, there's one's a construction lawyer, one's a geriatric psychiatrist, one's an executive at Bell, One of them's an advertising person. They, they go to the office. They all kind of lead in this. One's a judge. They all lead in this kind of similar professional life. And then they're like talking to me, like, "What did you do this week?" I'm like, "I fucked it." I can't. I can't describe. It's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, it's abnormal what we do it. I don't know. Like you want to go through an average day here? This truck. They were like, "Oh, you got into Windsor late." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, one of my trucks blew the air to air off the fucking turbo intake of 407 in Mississauga Road Friday at 3:00. So I got the part and drove all the way to fucking 407 in Mississauga Road, put the fucking truck back together with Christy on the side of the road so she could drive it home. And then I drove back to the yard, and yes, I was late. I didn't get here till midnight. But that's not what happens in normal people's lives. Their day ends. They fold up their laptop. They go home at a normal time, and they go to fucking. And immediately, when you're in any group, someone has a landscaping problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this person's like, "We're building this concrete pool." I'm like, "Great. There's like 200 grand I missed out on." Sure. Look at how they put the fence in. I'm like, "Oh my God, the fence is fucked." Like the whole thing has to come up. The grade needs to come. They're like, "Oh, okay." Like this. Anyways, that's one thing when you have hobbies where you expose yourself to people outside of landscaping, you realize how fucked up your life is.
I never feel right at those school functions, or you see the other kids' parents and stuff like that, and you look
They're
a little
dressed in a
off.
polka dot shirt.
When I was in my 20s, mid 20s, like early 20s, before you guys were alive, or when you guys were in kindergarten, when we would go to parties and there'd be a lot of people there and they would ask me what I did, I would literally say to them, "I'm on welfare," because it got a better reaction than saying I was a landscaper.
I'm on welfare.
I used to say that all the time. People are like, "Oh, great. Yeah, that's good. Just getting yourself together." I'd be like, "For sure." And then you'd say, "I'm a landscaper," and be like, "Whoa, really? You couldn't even go to school, bro? Couldn't get a real fucking job?" Like, man, it's better to be on fucking, like, I did. I go to parties and just say to people, "Yeah, I'm on welfare." That's what I did. Got a better reaction. I feel like landscaping is becoming better now than it used to be.
I feel it.
This is, I mean, I used to also drive to work in trucks where my lunchbox could fall to the floor. So there's, like, there was maybe a correlation. Now, back in the day, landscapers did not drive $100,000 pickup trucks. I was talking to you. You want to talk about an obscure? So I was standing with, in the parking lot, talking to one of the other dads, and he has this like really sick Audi A6. It's army green, like flat army green. It's the hatchback one. I mean, this car is amazing car, and we're talking about the car, and we're standing beside like Kelly's pickup truck, and I'm like, "Man, I've always wanted a car like that." Whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, it wasn't that expensive." And I was like, "Well, how much was that car?" And he's like, "Oh, I think it was like 56,000, 58,000 or something." I'm looking at the pickup truck and looking at the car. I'm like, "Stupid $100,000 pickup truck. Fucking this fucking Audi A6 is 60 grand." I'm like, my brain is so fucked from the cost of everything we do.
Yeah,
absolutely. And on top of that, the Audi A6 is probably pretty good on fuel. Probably only uses probably it costs $70 to fill it up with fuel, even when fuel's expensive. Meanwhile, I'm pumping $200 into the fucking truck. Like, it's such a bizarre life when you start to think about all those things.
Absolutely.
Like, I was sitting at the table and they're talking about how expensive fuel is. And like, "Oh, I spent $150 a week on fuel." And they're like, "What did you spend last week?" I'm not really thinking. I was like, "I don't know, 9 grand. What are you talking? I'm like, "I don't know. It's like, but like 8-9 grand a week on fuel every week." Like, that's the fuel tank don't fill itself for free.
I was at the mechanic yesterday, put the credit card through for the new old tandem at like $5,000, and it's like decline. Like, why would it be decline? And I'm thinking, oh fuck, I spent $35,000 in grass seed last week.
Oh, jeez.
That would be why. I better pay that off. And I won't
Like,
see that for another 120 days. But
Wow.
like, who in their life spends fucking $35,000 on grass seed just so
well,
out of
they're
touch
helping
with
some other woman unload an attachment.
Yeah.
the competition unloaded? Those guys, I looked them up. They have a fucking sweet hydro seed truck.
Really?
Like, yeah, they make us look like fucking chucking a truck.
Wow.
Like it's a real like big hydro seed
Yeah,
truck?
like a real rig, the whole shebang and stuff. And
How much is one of those rigs?
oh, you gotta say close to 4.
Wow.
So just
Dang.
the cedar on the back is probably close to 140 grand, I want to say.
And then
So you put that on top of the triaxle,
yeah, the
and
truck's
then
worth without a box or anything on it, the truck's worth at least $1.75 probably.
more than that, no?
Buck
That's
85.
it?
Well, you're saying that no, well, yeah. Triaxle's like 275 now. The box is probably worth 75. So 200 grand.
Yeah. So 320 or whatever. It's same price as
225 plus 140. You're 375. You're close to four, like with tie, you're 400K
yeah,
easy.
yeah.
So how much does a truck like that get for spraying seed?
No more than my little toe behind, you know? So
How
it's
much is the tow behind?
unit pricing. I spent 42 grand on it whenever I bought
Wow.
it used 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. So I can't justify it. It doesn't make sense to buy a new truck and outfit it. Like it would have to
How
do
much
more than,
hydro I was gonna say how much hydro seeding would you have to do to pay for that truck?
well, $350,000 worth.
I know you need to
But
pick up bins at $800 a bin to pay for it, but I can't relate it to
yeah,
hydro seeding.
so you'd want to, at the bare minimum, spray at least 500,000 meters to cover wages and fuel. No,
And the
that's not
truck
even including the at the cost of spraying. So probably 1,000,000 meters, 1,000,000 square meters you'd have to spray to pay for that
per
truck
year.
per year.
And then how many months can you actually spray?
You can spray May till mid-June and then August to October.
So how many months is that? Where my fucking little calculator
Let's
is.
say maximum 4 months of the year.
Yeah, it's
So
4 months.
let's give 5 months. And then how many working days are there?
In 5 months,
Yeah.
20 days a month, 100 working days. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
So you need to spray 10,000 square meters a day.
10 loads a day, every working day to pay for that truck
In the 5 month period, you say you can spray hydro seed.
in the 5 months.
Because you said 1,000,000.
Yeah.
And then you said there's 20 working days, 5 months, call it 100, divided
Yeah.
by 100.
But is this if you want to pay the truck in 1 year?
No.
No? What's the
How
term?
much? What's it cost to pay the truck? Yeah, let's say we do a 5-year term.
I don't know what your payments would be.
Okay, so let's do 350 grand. Well, let's call it 400 with tax. That's fair. Divided by what do you want? 60?
Yeah.
60 months?
A smart man would take it in no more than 60.
I think that's so the
Dave
payment on
Ramsey would want you to pay it off
so
from the
the
start.
the payment on that truck without interest, because we're not using interest here, and no down payment is $6,666.66 per month.
Wow.
So essentially,
So it sounds like a terrible idea right off the bat.
essentially, you're by the time you pay for insurance and maintenance upkeep, because even on a new truck, you're burning tires, you're burning through the hydro seeder. Let's say you're 7,500 a month. So you're 7,500 times 12. So you're 90,000 a year to pay for the truck without fuel, labor, wages,
Without the $35,000 in seed I just had to buy,
without the seed too. Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, the mulch,
So
the tackifier, the
how
whole.
much do you think you, in all theory, because you could also use that hydro seed truck as a water truck.
That's a lot of unnecessary hours to put on a big diesel motor. I mean, you could for sure, you
Yeah,
know.
but I'm just trying to make it more economical to pay
Yeah,
for.
yeah, I could see that. Sure, you could dummy it
Like
down to
you could plumb it
water
so that
sod.
the flusher and we
Yeah.
we've used a we got something hydro seeded, so there's that.
Did it work out in your favor? Did it,
Yeah, well, I measured it with a wheel. So
end?
it should have worked out to $2,400, so I made $100.
Oh,
$2,400 plus HST. I haven't got the bill yet though, but the wheel showed the truth. And the truth
the
was
wheel of truth.
the wheel of truth. The wheel of truth showed that my staring at something and picking a random number worked out $100 in my favor, but fuck am I lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it did work out in my favor. So what's the next question, Mike?
That's it. That's all I got.
What should we talk about, Mike?
We do have a tier list if you guys want to do something fun to close things out. But
Let's do a tier list and close
Yeah.
this. Let's do
Yeah?
it. I like that idea.
Okay,
I'm up for something fun today.
sounds like it.
Thanks, Mike.
It just sounds like you need some fun.
Ooh,
Wow.
So this is the Hardscape food tier list. This is Hardscapers. How would you rate these?
I like this selection.
And this was actually most of it came from our audience. So some of these I actually haven't had while hardscaping, but we'll see what you guys think here.
So well, all right, let's go.
All right, so those of you who are not watching this until the winter time, we've got a tier list of S tier being the highest, and then A, B, C, D, and then a bunch of pictures of food that we'll go through here. So first things first, Doritos chips. This could be any flavor, but where do you guys rank Doritos chips?
I think they're an A.
This is in relation to hardscaping, like
Yes, hardscape lunch.
I literally just ate a bag of guacamole Dorito chips for my whole day today. That's what I've eaten so far today.
Do you lick your fingers after the Doritos on a hardscape day?
I wipe them on my pants, so when I come home, the dogs lick my pants.
I would rate this like C or D.
Yeah.
Doritos are fine, but definitely too dry to eat in a hot summer day.
I would also go with a B. Sure, a B tier.
Chad, what about you?
I'm C or D as well. I don't buy Doritos on a
All right, so they're a C.
gas
I
station.
think they're a C. Yeah, on average there.
Okay.
Monster Energy drinks.
S.
I knew
Yeah,
would say S.
S or A. They're all the way up there.
I would give them a D, but I've already talked about that before. I guess what, S or A? What do you guys say?
It's got to be A then. Split.
A, yeah,
as close
split
to
the
the
difference.
difference as you
Split the
can.
difference. Yeah, split the difference.
Chef Boyardee beef ravioli in a can.
Cold on the job site, or are you bringing the microwave?
I have no idea.
I've seen lots of people eat it right out of the can cold on job sites. I personally haven't.
A landscape boss that I had would bring a can opener in his lunch, crack the can, eat it with a spoon, and then remnants of it would stay on the side of his fucking lips for the rest of the day. Absolutely disgusting.
That's gross.
So me personally, this is a D.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, no thank you.
D. Freezies.
They're C for me.
Really?
Yeah, they're D.
I'm not a big freezy guy.
Not a freezy guy.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had one, but I feel like it'd be refreshing on I don't know if a client gave you them.
The odd time a client will give you a freezy.
When we worked at the spa, we had a freezy delivery guy.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
That's what he did. He literally delivered freezy because there was like 35 people working on site. So he had one of those little Kubota cars and he drove it around delivering freezies and water to people to keep everyone.
Maybe that's where all your money went.
I don't want to talk about want to talk about it.
We're having fun, Chad. This
Sorry.
is fun.
I'm
So
sorry.
let's go for a C. I think freezies are C.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised working in the old folks area that I haven't been offered more freezies, but I think this is a shawarma.
A shawarma?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh
We'll call
no,
it
it's a burrito.
shawarma
It's a
for-
burrito.
Oh,
It's a burrito for sure.
I'm gonna go with a C for burritos.
Really? Chad?
if it was a shawarma, it would be an A, but it's a burrito. It's a
We
C.
could make it a shawarma.
I love burritos. I would give it an A. Chad, you say C and PK, you say C?
So go B then, because you love burritos.
Well, if you guys are
No,
both
that's fine.
C,
Well, yeah, but you guys moved the Dorito. Yeah, okay.
all
There
right.
you go.
Jamaican patty.
That's an S, baby.
It's I like them.
100% an S.
They're good.
They're
Chad?
good. They're good. I don't know if I give them an S, but
I'd
they're
probably
up
give them
there.
an A.
All right.
Yeah, I'm okay
A.
with an A.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We still don't have any in S, so we'll see here. McMuffin, egg McMuffin.
Or say breakfast sandwich.
Yeah,
Breakfast sandwich.
That's good.
I think that's a B.
Just a B. Wow.
I
Chad.
used to work with a guy who would have two every morning
Yeah.
before work started.
And then
He was
never
our
eat
truck
anything
driver.
else.
And never eat anything else. You're right. He would
Yeah.
have two in the morning and never eat anything else. Giant
I-
belly on the guy. Just A. I think
can
it's a
see that.
landscape staple, but
I
A.
love it. Yeah.
All right. A. Okay.
A. Sub or a sandwich of some sort.
If it's just a sandwich of some sort, that's a landscape staple for sure. And the S and the A, I guess. If it's a sub from a sub shop, I'm gonna go C because I don't get a lot of subs on job sites.
Yeah, it takes too long to
There's too
get a
much
Subway
there's
or
way too
something.
much way too much customization. I
Yeah.
need food that's prepared and in a bag that I can pick up and walk out.
I love myself a good sandwich. I'd probably give this an A. PK, you said C.
Go with a B. Go with a B.
Go with the B.
Go with a B. Gatorade for a drink.
Well, we always get some Gatorades. That's got to be an S, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I
Up
think
there
it
with
is.
why
Yeah.
water didn't make this list.
Yeah, there's no water in it. Of course not.
Not on a landscaping tier list.
Yeah. That's our first S. We got what about sunflower seeds?
I worked with a guy for like 30 years that ate pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds all day long, nonstop.
People who eat sunflower seeds are really into sunflower
Yeah,
seeds.
they shell them out in their mouth and spit them out.
Yeah.
It was a whole. I go with a C. I got no use for them, but some people love them.
That's a D. Especially,
D.
imagine going through that all day, trying to like get hardscaping done and eating tiny seeds.
People love it, man. They throw them in their mouth, they chew them, they spit out the. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm just like,
No, thank you.
I guess we could throw it in the D. Coke, pop.
Coke Zero for me is an A or an S. Love a good Coke Zero.
Mm.
Today, my lunch consisted of a large bag of guacamole Doritos because they're badass and a bottle of Coke Zero. And that got me right till now at 9:00 at night, man.
I give it a D. I hate carbonated sugar beverages.
Well, the Coke Zero doesn't have any sugar. It's got like fake sugar.
Aspartame, whatever it is.
Way healthier for you.
Chad, what about you? PK, you said S?
Well, no, you don't like it, so go with.
No, I know. But what did you say?
Go with a B.
And Chad, what did you say?
On the job, no, because if you're bending and twisting and up and down and everything, that carbonation is rough. But after the workday, I will take a Diet Coke and just take it all in. B. Somewhere in there.
All right, I guess it's a B. Pizza.
A. S.
S. Yeah, S. It's up
an
there.
S for
Yeah,
sure.
it's an S. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're having a bad day and you're not getting along with the guys, get them a pizza.
Burger and fries.
I probably wouldn't eat that much food at once in the middle of the day.
That's a lot. With the Coke, you don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah, I'm going with a C for burger and fries.
B or C, either one, middle of the road.
Yeah, I would
That's
say
just an
A,
odd.
so that gives us a B. Gummy bears or gummy candies of some sort.
No. That's
See.
Hardscapers eat this?
This was
During the
Albanese.
day?
suggested.
Listen, the Albanese candy is the sponsor of an entire podcast. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? They know the market.
During the day? I don't know.
A lot of people eat candy. I'm not a big candy guy personally. Like, it's
Yeah,
C or
I'm
D
not a
for me.
candy game.
Yeah, I would give it
And
B or C.
if I'm going gummies, they got to be sour.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me a Sour Patch Kid or give me death.
Absolutely. Chad, you said
Put it anywhere down there toward the low end of
somewhere
things.
down there. C. Coffee.
S.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, right?
Yeah.
There's no debate about that. Ice caps.
D.
I fucking hate these things, but I know a lot of people
Man,
love them.
it's S for me, 100%.
Ice
Chad
cap?
said D.
I'll give you an S. Go for it. Like, if you love them,
Well, Chad said D. What do you say, PK?
I would. They make me feel sick.
So you would say D?
Yeah.
I guess we'll give it a C. Oh man, that hurts me. A C.
Really?
Yeah, it's an S for me, 100%. Yeah.
Really? Ooh.
Donuts.
Yes. I could. If I never had another donut, it'd be too soon.
There were times in my landscape career where I knew I wasn't going to eat anything else, so I would get half a dozen donuts
Yeah, I've done that
and
before.
make that my daily lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
Chad also loves the pumpkin donuts. We had that
Oh,
discussion
baby.
last year.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And the
I don't even think
honey
they
cruller.
have those. Oh,
They're
not a
they're
granny
coming
pussy.
out. That should be the T-shirt.
That's right.
Is
That's
this a
perfect
cooler?
one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably C. I think personally.
Yeah, it would be somewhere like a C.
Yeah, B or C, anywhere in there.
Taquitos.
I love these things.
Same.
Yeah,
So
I do.
good.
Yeah, that's
A-
a landscape staple.
A?
A or S for
Up
sure.
in there, yeah.
Yeah. A or S. Fruit?
That's
Everything's been shit.
It's a D for me.
I'm getting more into fruit on the job site. It's nice to have something refreshing, but
Really?
I saw a post someone did. It's like it was like a video, and they're like taking my apple for its daily walk, and you like put it in your lunch in the morning, and like take it out of your lunch kit in the afternoon or at the end of the day and put it back in the fridge and never eat it.
That's funny.
Well, for me, it's a C or a D. But you guys, and I like fruit, but we're talking on hardscaping. I don't want fruit on a hardscape job with dust and
No.
shit around.
No.
Although I have eaten my fair share of dirty apples in my career.
Same.
Like dirty hands eating
Yeah.
your apple, and that's just a landscape thing, I think.
Yep.
Chad, what do you say?
C.
Yeah, C?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like B somewhere in there. Beef jerky.
S.
S.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Whenever you think you're gonna eat something good, like as close as you can get to healthy for you, you're like, yeah, it's gotta be beef jerky. I'll do myself a favor today.
Yeah. Vegetables.
On a hardscape site.
Is that like kind of just like fruit?
I think they're lower than fruit.
Lower than fruit. A D.
Yeah. Fuck vegetables. The horse they rode in on.
All right, last one.
Has that ever been a saying in your guys' lives? Fuck
What?
that and
Yeah.
the horse it rode in
Yeah.
on? Or am I
Yeah.
the only person you've ever heard say that?
No.
Good. I like that. Makes me feel young.
Chocolate bars, candy bars.
I don't
don't
like
eat
candy.
them.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
a candy
don't.
person. That's a D for me. They melt, they get fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how pepperonis didn't make it on the list. If pepperonis and beef jerky,
Yeah,
that's not very,
I would probably.
not very connoisseurish, I guess, of the dried meat products would be what I would say.
We should have a dried meat tier list.
I did like at the end of the last episode that you added the freedom.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Freedom.
That was good.
It was good. It was great. So
That's-
minus me not being able to get on, we're at an episode here, I think.
I think so. I think that
Yeah.
wraps things up.
Wraps it up. Another week, another 2 episodes of disappointment. Welcome to the Thunderdome of disappointment. That's what not our finest hour. Well, it does say it in it's not our finest hour. It says it's right in the fucking title. This was not another Freedom episode, but this is the end of the episode right here. Later.